took everything shot.
Former Badger on trial in a double murder case. The emotions from day one and a look ahead to today.
Also addressing Madison's housing crisis, the new ordinance passed overnight, and why the opposition says the city is taking over.
And some snow is on the way. Winter storm warnings up to the northwest and winter weather advisories for the Madison area later tonight.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Wednesday, January 18th. We are starting our broadcast this morning with a live look at Denver, Colorado. Yes, folks, that is snow on the ground, and that system is heading our way. It's been a while since we have seen any fresh snow or any white on the ground.
Enough snow there in Denver to cancel school today, and that is the same system that is headed for us. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast this morning. It's technically an alert day because this system is going to land what? This evening? Tonight?
It won't be until after the evening rush hour.
Okay.
But by this time tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about the snow accumulating. So tonight through tomorrow morning, that's going to be the main impacts. And the snow amounts are going to vary a lot, just depending where you're at. If you're southeast of Madison, maybe an inch or two. Northwest of Madison, you could be talking about half a foot. So Madison kind of right in between. But all of southern Wisconsin, we'll see some of this snow move in tonight. So today you're going to be okay. Just a little chilly this morning. Actually not too bad, but a little bit cooler than it's been. You'll have a northerly wind. Might see a peak or two of sun actually this morning into the early afternoon as temperatures climb through the 30s. The winds will start to pick up out of the east and northeast as that storm system approaches us. And as we go into tonight and into tomorrow morning, that's when we'll start to see that snow really accumulate. And we'll talk about how much we can expect here in Madison and areas around us coming up in just a bit.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Kelly. We are a couple of hours away now from day 2 of the double murder trial for former Badger wide receiver Marcus Randall L. When that trial resumes here in a couple hours, 2 police officers who responded to the 2 girls who were shot, Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester, are expected to testify. We'll also see their body camera footage from that day that'll be shown to the jury today. The trial started with witness testimony and what they remembered about that night almost 3 years ago now. Our Armand Rahman recaps day 1 of the trial.
What's your name? Talk to me. She's not talking, but she got blood coming out of her mouth.
Michelle Edwards Horton listened back in tears to the 911 call she made that night 3 years ago when she found Sierra Winchester and Brittany McAdory along the road while on her taxi route.
I didn't realize until Bree opened up her mouth and then I seen the whole. Just put 2 and 2 together, they shot.
In their opening statements, the prosecution said Winchester was growing more afraid of Randall L. after being involved in drug dealings with him. They say Randall L. became paranoid. She was stealing drugs, and that all came to a head the night of the murder.
But it's clear that the cause of death was the firearm that the evidence would show the defendant had when he brutally executed, basically, Sierra and Brittany.
They say Randall L. running out of gas in Cook County, Illinois, was what led to his arrest.
Apparently he wasn't a very good drug dealer because he had no money to get gas.
Meanwhile, the defense said he quickly turned himself in to clear his name.
The social media rumor mill was buzzing. People talking about Mr. Randall L. As a suspect. And that took on a life of its own.
4 other witnesses took the stand testifying what they heard from their homes or places of employment, but the families of both girls sobbed when Edward Horton described how she found their daughters.
Both of them was girls that night to me.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. The trial is scheduled to last 2 weeks. Stay with News 3 Now for extensive coverage.
Now to a controversial move by the city to free up more space for a rapidly growing Madison. In a late meeting last night, the Common Council passing this ordinance is something the mayor is on board with. New overnight, Sati Rhodes Conway says as we continue to grow our housing options in the coming years, this policy will enable more residents to use transit to move around the city and to have more housing choices in complete neighborhoods. This new ordinance is all about zoning. It's called called transit-oriented development and is meant to serve as one solution to Madison's housing problem that impacts thousands of properties along the bus rapid transit route. It was debated heavily at last night's city council meeting. Here are two examples of how it works. An area zoned for single-family homes could be duplexes. Higher density districts could go from having 5-story limits to 8. Alder Bill Tischler says the public doesn't know enough about it, and it's as if the city is taking over.
I don't really see adding historic districts and maybe putting in a couple of additional duplexes is really going to solve the immediate housing crisis that we have.
This change can be really meaningful for some in those neighborhoods, but the order of magnitude of what's going to be allowed versus what's allowed today is relatively small.
The changes affect 14 to 16% of Madison land. That makes up more than 30% of the city's dwelling units, which house about 80,000 residents.
City leaders ramping up traffic safety efforts in a Fitchburg neighborhood. The push comes following the death of local principal Beth Steffen. She died earlier this month while walking her dogs, hit by a car on South Scene Road. Hundreds gathered over the weekend to remember the Badger Ridge Middle School principal. Since then, 2 speed boards have been put up in the area, and Fitchburg police say that the council president there is increasing patrols and police visibility near the road. There are also plans underway for a community meeting later this month to address public concerns directly.
Happening today, the failed GOP candidate accused of paying people to shoot into the homes of his political opponents is due in court for his first appearance. Solomon Pena, who ran for state office in New Mexico, was arrested on Monday. The 39-year-old accused of hiring 4 people to shoot at the homes of 4 Democratic lawmakers around Albuquerque. One of them, Adrian Barboa, involved in certifying the election. Barboa says Pena had confronted her at her home just weeks before, trying to get her to rush the results.
Home was shot right through my front door 4 times, out my back window, right through my living room and kitchen, right where I had just been playing only hours before with my brand new grandbaby.
According to a police report, Pena was unhappy no one was harmed and asked his accomplices to, quote, shoot lower into the houses and to do so earlier in the evening when targets would be less likely to be lying down. Authorities say Pena rode along on at least one of the shootings. He faces multiple charges.
Dane County sheriffs, past and present, calling on the Dane County Board to greenlight a referendum for this spring to push through funding for the stalled overhaul of the county jail. More than 3 decades of sheriffs spoke in solidarity.
Society has put a lot of responsibility on our criminal justice system. They demand that our jails provide adequate medical care, mental health care, programming, so that we can reduce recidivism. We, as sheriffs, have accepted that responsibility and do it gladly. But we beg our decision makers in this jail project to allow us with the facilities to continue to treat individuals with humanity, dignity, and respect.
The sheriffs recognize just how rare a joint news conference like this is, all saying that this matter crosses party lines. The board will vote on this referendum tomorrow.
New this morning at 6:08, scientists say you might want to rethink eating your next catch out of your local Wisconsin lake. New research showing freshwater fish contain dangerously high levels of synthetic toxins. The Environmental Working Group says it shows that PFOS and PFAS have gotten into our fresh water and accumulated in fish in high concentrations. After they were linked to high cholesterol, cancer, and various chronic diseases in the early 2000s, U.S. companies stopped using them, and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration phased them out of food packaging in 2016.
We go through 7,000 to 9,000 eggs a week, so it's a significant amount of eggs. And in the last couple weeks, they've jumped as high as 60%.
Anyone who's been grocery shopping lately can't help but notice just how high the price of eggs has skyrocketed. They are up 11% on average from last month, from November, and up nearly 60% in the last year. It's the highly pathogenic avian influenza, or avian flu, to blame. Nearly 58 million birds and climbing have died across 47 states in the last year, a result of the deadly virus. Some online accounts are suggesting a way to save money on eggs. You could buy in bulk and freeze them. That's right, according to the USDA, it works. They say if you remove them from their shell and put them in the freezer, they'll be good for up to 12 months. They suggest, though, you separate the whites and the yolks first. And for best results, you can freeze 4 yolks with a pinch of salt and half a teaspoon of sugar. Otherwise, it'll get thick and syrupy.
That's fascinating.
I had no idea. I never even thought about doing something like this.
Yeah, learning something new.
Kind of wild. So there you go. If things get too out of hand and you want to stock up, freeze them.
You got an opportunity. All right, 10 after 6 right now on a Wednesday morning. Just ahead for us, how the 2023 Pub Pass can get you a free beer at local bars and breweries this year, and the special deal just for you this morning.
And the Badgers back in the win column, sporting those black jerseys last night. Their leading scorer is back. We're going to tell you how the game ended coming up in your morning sports.
Bob's presents Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 44, exercise more. Exercise your right to snooze in a gorgeous bedroom at an affordable price like my Fusion two-tone bedroom. Bob's Discount Furniture. Furniture solutions to your resolutions.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from bothersome or painful spider veins or varicose veins, please join us for our upcoming seminar where you can learn what new procedures may be able to help you.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
If you suffer from bothersome spider veins or painful varicose veins, please contact us at Stoughton Health to learn about what new procedures may be able to help you. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Bob's presents Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 7, dream big. Ask what your mattress can do for you. Can it give you Bob's comfort and quality for hundreds less than the national brands? Yes. Dream big with my Bobapedic Prize mattress. Bob's Discount Furniture.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:13. We have another great way for you to get out and support local in the 608. The 2023 Pub Pass, I have it here in my hands this morning. It is officially on sale. We have new details on how you can get your hands on one. Pub Pass is basically a passport. $25 gets you a free pint of craft beer at 26 participating bars and breweries in the 608. This is the 6th year it's been around for the Madison area. City Curator Pub Pass, Dave Olson, says it's a great way for you to support local all year long. There's a couple of different parts to this, both with the booklet itself, but you can also utilize deals by downloading the Pub Pass app as well.
The book deal is they get a free beer one time. It gets stamped like a passport. The app version, when they come and present the app, they would get a BOGO beer, and then after 30 days, it reloads and they can return again.
This was one of the new ones?
Starkweather Brewing Company is one of the many taking part this year, and coming up in our next half hour, we're going to hear from the local brewer on the impact the Pub Pass has had on them. Also ahead, I have a promo code that's going to help you save some money on this Pub Pass as well. We're all about helping you out, taking some action for you at home. So we're going to get you a deal.
Can't wait. All right. It's a good enough deal already. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out in social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:15 right now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka with his first warned weather forecast. Kelly, you rode your bike into work this morning. Might look a little different tomorrow, though.
Yeah, I kind of cheated. It's actually an electric bike. You know, they're so popular now, but I had to pedal a little bit. So probably not going to be doing that tomorrow because we do have an alert day tonight going through tomorrow morning. I think most of the impacts are going to be later tonight through tomorrow morning. 2 to 6 inches of snowfall, lesser amounts to the southeast as you go northwest of Madison, say up toward the Dells. I could be talking about a half of a foot of snow. All of southern Wisconsin, we'll see some of this snow, though, later tonight through tomorrow morning. So we have winter weather advisories for most of our area. It does not include Janesville. Amounts will be less. Probably some rain mixed in with the snow down there. Up to the north, as you get north of the Dells toward Camp Douglas and into Monroe County, Adams, Juneau County, Vernon County, we have winter storm warnings. That's meaning 6 inches plus of snow. All right, you can see the storm system is still a ways away right now, spreading that snow from Colorado throughout Nebraska. That's the storm system. Now the track is going to take it right across southeastern Wisconsin, so that'll be putting the heaviest snow band northwest of Madison. From La Crosse through Wausau, that's where they could be talking about 6 to 10 inches of snow in many locations. So that's the storm system that we're watching, is that area of low pressure tracks across the plains, right across Rockford up toward north of Milwaukee. That's where the track will take it. So that's why the heavy snow band will stay up to the north. Right now, we'll look at temperatures in the lower 30s this morning. And actually, I think some of the clouds will thin out a little bit, maybe a peak or two of sun from time to time. The winds will start to pick up as the storm system approaches us. But as we look at the evening hours, not until after 7 o'clock that snow starts to spread in from the south. It'll become heavy at times going into the evening hours and overnight. Tapering off, though, by tomorrow morning, and just expecting some snow showers. So most of the accumulation will come in tonight before starting to taper off tomorrow, and then just a breezy day. As far as snowfall, we're looking at the snowfall amounts, maybe only an inch in Janesville, about 2 to 4 across Dane County, heavier amounts as you go northwest of the Wisconsin River. So we have the alert day tonight through tomorrow, and then just turning colder but drier weather going into the weekend. Just small chances of some lighter snow, it looks like, next week, but it does turn quite a bit colder by Thursday and Friday.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thanks a lot. Here's Sports Director Zach Cantley with your morning sports.
The Wisconsin men's basketball team is in a little bit of funk right now. 3 games without Tyler Wall and 3 straight losses. Good news, Wall, who hasn't played since January 3rd, was good to go against Penn State. Connor Esigian also in the starting lineup, the Badger freshman making his first college start. UW trailed by 6 at the break, but turned it on in the second half. Esigian takes it to the cup for 2 of his 10 points. Badgers back on top. Then later in the second half, Wall picking up where he left off. He dials one up from deep for 3 of his 10 points in his return. And the man of the night, none other than Big Steve. 21 points, 11 boards for Stephen Crowell. He was just a bully down low. 4 Badgers finished in double figures. And more importantly, Wisconsin snaps their 3-game skid with a 63-60 dub. UW now 19-0 all-time at the Kohl Center against Penn State.
You know, there hasn't been a real fun last 10 days or so around here, but these guys have stayed with us and continue to battle, and I'm really happy that they get rewarded for their efforts and their commitment. And obviously having Tyler back helps, but we got a lot of contributions across the board, and you know, we're able to get stops there at the end when we needed to.
Huge high school boys game down in Division 5. Top-ranked Fall River hosting Deerfield in a trail race crossover. Pirates got off to a bit of a slow start. Matthew Miller uses the bounce to Colin Veith, who banks it home for 2 to give Fall River their first lead of the game. But Deerfield has a guy by the name of Cal Fisher, and the dude is a bucket. First, the senior spots up and splashes home 3-ball to give the Demons back the lead. Then later, it's Fisher again, same spot, same result. He scored 8 of Deerfield's first 12 points as they knock off Fall River 74-63. No Giannis again for the Bucks against the Raptors. The big man missing his 4th straight game. That's okay, though. Grayson Allen came to play. Catch and shoot triple, nothing but net. Allen finished with 25 points, Bucks up 5, and then Drew Holiday put the game on ice. 37 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and the step-back dagger 3. Bucks get the win, 130-123. After a week away, Aaron Rodgers Tuesday was back. The Packers quarterback joined the Pat McAfee show, and the big question everybody was wondering, will A-Rod be back for a 19th NFL season? And if so, where's he going to play? The answer, no decision has been made. Rodgers said after his exit meetings with the franchise, there are more conversations to be had. As far as for now, well, he's just pressing the pause button for a bit.
Letting kind of all the emotions kind of run through you, and then starting to see how it feels day after day, and what's coming to mind. You missing it, not missing it. You excited about the next season, new challenge, whatever it might be, and then going kind of lean into that feeling, and whatever feels right in your body is probably what it's going to be.
Back to you.
Okay, folks, next week is Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week, and we are giving away vouchers for some great food next week.
All you have to do is visit channel3000.com/contest and answer today's question of the day. Yes, we're going there. Do you like pineapple on pizza? A lot of opinions here.
Well, one of our producers said this morning, it's like asking somebody about their religion or politics.
It really is.
It's very controversial.
It is. I said no, and I've already been eaten up on Facebook already, so.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Goodness. So what do you think, folks? There's no right or wrong answer. We just want you to go to channel3000.com/contest and put your answer in for a chance to win those Restaurant Week vouchers.
All right, 6:21 coming up, caught on camera. We have the new video of a rare January tornado touching down just to our west.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're going to have more on a late night stabbing that happened on the north side, including the search for a suspect this morning. Stay with us.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Need to update your furniture? Menards has the furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $2.99 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional, a new recliner, or love seat? Buy one today, get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards. I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Rub these little weenies, not with my low E.
Millions are suffering from low energy, commonly called low E.
Conga line around the family room? Not with my low E.
I can't even blow up this celebratory balloon. Well, I live this way. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for just $10 a month.
Deal extended till January 19th.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
We're back at 6:25. A massive tornado touchdown in eastern Iowa this week, and it was all caught on camera.
Yeah, take a look. It is rare to see something like this, but it is definitely possible. You see the tornado and some snow left on the ground. This was the earliest tornadoes have ever been reported in Iowa, and just the second time tornadoes were ever recorded in January. The last time a twister touched down this early was in 1967 when 13 tornadoes were reported in southeast Iowa.
This is wild.
Yeah, that was the storm that brought us all the rain, but now we've got a storm system moving in.
Yeah, that's the big story today, is when that snow is going to arrive this evening.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be this evening. After 7 o'clock, we do have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings where the snow will be heavier north of the Dells. Quiet throughout the afternoon, just kind of chilly, a little bit breezy, but after 7 o'clock, that snow spreads in from the south, and that's when it will pick up, and kind of heavy at times overnight tonight, but the afternoon should be calm. Temperatures in the 30s, so we do have the alert day tonight, and also tomorrow with that snow tapering off tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Kelly will have updated snow totals when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Garage doors do not like the cold weather at all. As soon as it gets cold springs, parts will burn.
At Precision, we can fix any make or model, usually the same day.
Rain, sleet, or snow, we're good to go.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner. That means that your goals are ours, too. And Vanguard Retirement Tools and Advice can help you get there. That's the value of ownership.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
40s is a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose. And then 50s hit, and I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here, and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure, and it's actually a gift for anyone.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. Tint and Tighten is the only cosmetic that blends a beautiful tinted cream to cover uneven skin tone and dark circles with silicate technology that smooths out under-eye puffiness and wrinkles, making the skin around your eye area look flawless for up to 8 hours.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
Finally, there's a tinted eye cream to cover dark circles and uneven skin tone. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it this new year for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Right now, an update on an overnight stabbing on the north side. If police have anyone in custody.
Plus, bail reform, the proposed amendment that would allow judges to raise bail based on criminal history.
And a winter storm is headed towards southern Wisconsin. We'll have the latest details coming up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Ryder. We want to start with Kelly Slifka right away with that alert day coming in later tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be tonight, so we've got no problems over the next 12 hours or so. It's really not going to be till later this evening. Tonight, tomorrow morning, the weather alert goes into effect, and it's going to be mainly, let's say after 8, 9 o'clock tonight. The snow will start to really pick up in intensity, and the amounts are going to vary quite a bit because the areas to the south and east of Madison, some rain mixing in. The amounts will be a little bit lighter, while to the north and west, as you get up toward the Dells, could be talking about half a foot of snow, but it will be impacting all of us later tonight into tomorrow morning. About this time tomorrow morning, roads will probably be snow covered in many locations. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 30s, mid-30s right now, so it's not really that cold yet. And if you are headed out the door this morning, you'll need to bundle up because of that breeze out there, but the road conditions should be okay. By the afternoon hours, we might actually see a peak or two of sunshine. Even headed home from work or school, it looks like it'll be dry. It won't be until after dark, well after dark, that we will start to see some of the snow starting to develop. And we'll try to pinpoint when we can expect the snow and how much snow we can expect coming up.
All right, sounds good, Kelly. Thank you. Stay on top of the weather by downloading the First Warn Weather and Traffic app. Just search for WISC Weather wherever you get yours.
We continue to track that breaking news out of Racine this morning, where 2 police officers have non-life-threatening injuries at this hour after a shootout during a domestic disturbance call. It happened overnight. Our news partners at TMJ report the police department received a call about a domestic situation where a gun had been shot. When officers arrived, they were met with a woman who said her husband was inside with their children. Police were negotiating with the man for about an hour before he fired several shots at police. The man was eventually taken out of the home and arrested. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates to this breaking news.
Now to an update from the north side of Madison. An active police scene last night at a gas station on Sherman Avenue for a reported stabbing. We have been asking, but police have not been able to give us much information on this. We do know that someone was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and no one is in custody yet, and there is no description of a suspect at this point.
New information on the search for a wanted man. The U.S. Marshals Service now stepping in to help Madison police search for the man charged in a shooting on State Street a couple of months ago. Police have been looking for 40-year-old Lamar Jefferson since November 29th. Jefferson, who police say has ties to Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago, has no known address. That's complicating the search. An MMSD or MPD spokesperson says the department still has multiple resources from the department's violent crime unit assigned to the search efforts.
Continuing coverage of a Greene County teenager accused of killing his newborn daughter. Logan Kruckenberg Anderson will be in court today. The 16-year-old is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and hiding the corpse of a child. According to a criminal complaint, he told police that he shot the girl in the head twice and left the corpse outside. He's being charged as an adult. A status conference is scheduled for 9:30 this morning. His trial is slated for March 6th through the 17th.
Happening today, the defendant in a pair of armed robberies near the UW campus will be in court. A criminal complaint alleges Scott Tolliver stole less than $250 from the McDonald's on Regent Street and a Walgreens last April. A not guilty plea has been entered on his behalf. He's in court for a competency hearing at 10 this morning.
You are taking a live look at the Capitol this morning, where lawmakers are working on getting new referendums on your ballot this April. The Wisconsin Senate met for an unusually early floor session yesterday. That's because both sides of the aisle are working quickly ahead of the deadline to get on the spring election ballot. If you look ahead to the April election, it's usually pretty low turnout, but this year there is a high-profile Supreme Court race that will determine the balance of the court. Because of that, both sides are trying to drive up turnout by adding other issues to the ballot. Democrats rolled out a plan to add a referendum on abortion to the April ballot that failed to pass this time around. On the other side of the aisle, Republicans in the Senate voted on bail reform and a constitutional amendment.
Right now, judges can only look at flight risk when setting the dollar amount for bail. The proposed amendment would allow judges to raise bail based on criminal history. This amendment was approved with 2 Democrats joining Republicans. Senator Van Wanggaard said that every other state allows judges to look at multiple factors when setting bail. The amendment would head to the Assembly tomorrow, but ultimately it would be up to the voters to decide whether it should be in the Constitution.
Those spring elections are right around the corner. Meeting time is limited to request absentee ballots. The spring primary is slated for February 21st. The spring election is April 4th. Madison voters can mail or email their ballot request to the city clerk's office. It should include your name, Madison address, where the ballot should be mailed, and a copy of your voter ID. You can also find a link on our website, channel3000.com, to request your ballot.
6:35 right now. Verona police are asking for your help this morning after a trailer was stolen from a construction site. The trailer was stolen on Sunday. It happened on Robin Hill Road. The trailer is black with dual axles, white rims, and a single rear door in the center of the trailer. Police say there were no markings on the trailer and it was full of construction equipment. If you have any information or any video that might have caught the incident, contact Verona Police.
Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt says that the county is prepared to handle the current lack of state prosecutors. It comes after District Attorney Kirk Klomberg put in his resignation last week. That was combined with retirement and departures of other attorneys, leaving the county with 0 full-time prosecutors. Sheriff Smith says that we'll continue to make arrests, request charges, and work with those prosecutors who are available. We've overcome challenges like this in the past, and we'll overcome these challenges as well. Nearby districts have called and offered assistance to Dodge County, and the state has assigned retired prosecutors until a new district attorney as well as other prosecutors are appointed.
More local news at 6:36. The conservative law firm is suing the Madison School District, alleging the district is not complying with the state's open records law. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed the suit in Dane County. The law firm claiming it has been waiting just under a year on a request about its policy, claiming it discriminates against students based on race. That policy, according to the firm, prioritizes African American students over students of other races.
The document requested in this lawsuit was related to documents that Will received from a whistleblower showing a policy that is racially discriminatory. And when Will received part of a copy of that policy, we submitted an open records request for the entire official policy to see if that is in fact the policy that the district has in place.
Now, in response, an MMSD spokesperson told News 3 Now that while the district does not comment on pending lawsuits, the language in question was not part of a district policy. Instead, it was, quote, language found in a singular guidance document, the content of which was modified over a year ago.
We all know police and dispatchers go through a lot. More recently, they've been employing the help of emotional support animals. We haven't seen one like this, though. In Indiana, they brought on a skunk as an emotional support animal. His name is Nugget, his official badge number, 42PU. Nugget has started several TikToks raising awareness for domestic violence and has helped dispatchers ring bells for the Salvation Army. Management at the dispatch center say that he's earned his stripes.
Of course he has.
So I think it's interesting. Whatever works, right? You're obviously thinking like, well, what if he sprays or do whatever? We were talking with the farm babe earlier this morning, and she said there's a procedure for that.
Do you want to explain that procedure again?
I don't know. You snip nuggets, I guess. That's what you do.
The more you know, folks. News you can use here on a Wednesday morning. All right, 6:38 is your time. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside. So traffic moving along just fine. Today is actually looking like it's going to be a good day, but we are tracking that snow moving in tonight. Kelly has issued an alert day tonight into tomorrow morning. It's going to impact your drive time tomorrow. Kelly's forecast coming up.
And looking for a way to cut back on medications? A new study reveals a possible solution, and it's something we can all do.
Ashley's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Plus, get 60 months special financing store-wide, only at Ashley.
Get pork chops, 3 for just $2. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Wednesday is Hy-Vee Midwest Pork Center Cut Chops, 3 for just $2. Only at Hy-Vee.
Spark inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo. Chat with local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Browse kitchen, bath, and new home construction trends. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for more information.
What can you do with sensitive skin?
Okay, what a day. There's nothing in my way. I love
Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream hydrates for a full 48 hours. Because a lot can happen in 48 hours. Cetaphil, we do skin, you do you.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Get pork chops, 3 for just $2. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Wednesday is Hy-Vee Midwest Pork Center Cut Chops, 3 for just $2. Only at Hy-Vee.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather. Only on News 3 Now. A home improvement scam that took customers' money and left them with shoddy and unfinished work.
It was just a total nightmare.
See how our call for action team responded to dozens of complaints and what it could mean for the man responsible. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
A new study's found that spending time in nature 3 to 4 times a week reduces the need for some medications. The study published in the journal Occupational Environmental Medicine interviewed about 6,000 random people in 3 of the largest cities in Finland and found that those nature visits, like going for a long walk or maybe, heading to the lake, were associated with lower odds of using blood pressure, anxiety, and asthma medications. According to the study, observing nature while indoors wasn't nearly as effective.
That makes sense.
Yeah, get outside. Always boost my mood.
Yeah, it makes
to get out
a
and breathe some
difference.
fresh air.
Coming up here on 6:30 or 6:43. We know Kelly loves to be outdoors. You biked into work this morning.
I did bike into work, and anytime I get outside, it just feels like the pressure is off, and especially if you can get out in the woods. But tomorrow morning might be a little bit more of an issue trying to bike into work. You're going to need some of those snow tires, maybe a fat tire bike, because we are expecting some snow. We do have a alert tonight going into tomorrow morning. 2 to 6 inches of snowfall expected. Lesser amounts to the south and east, a little bit more to the north and west of Madison. All of southern Wisconsin, though, we'll see some of this snow, and we have winter weather advisors excluding Rock County down in Janesville. They will see a little bit more rain than snow with this system. But winter weather advisories for the Madison area. As you go northwest of the Adels, winter storm warnings, 6 inches plus, headed up on I-90-94 as you get toward Toma. All right, now we are expecting some driving problems tomorrow, moderate level. We're not expecting a real major storm system, but a moderate storm system headed our way. And I don't expect any ice because the temperatures will be above freezing. Clearing it, though, it's going to be that heavy, wet snow, so that might be a little bit problematic, even though it's not going to be real significant, over 6 inches or anything like that. But here's that storm system right now. The snow is piling up in Nebraska, really getting some heavy snow there as that continues to move on to the north and east. Expecting some severe weather across parts of the plains. As you can see, the storm system still a little ways off. We've got some time here up until about 7, 8 o'clock. That's when we expect that storm system to move in. Now, the track of it will go right across the plains, right over Rockford, just north of Milwaukee. So the heavy snow band is going to be falling to the northwest of Madison. And we have a weak cold front that's passing through. So temperatures a little chilly this morning, but some of the cloud cover might break up a little bit at times this afternoon. And then as we get into the evening hours, this will be after the rush hour, some snow spreading on in. You see these pinks and some greens. That is some rain mixed with some snow. Even into the late evening hours for the Janesville area. Here in Madison, it should be mainly snow as we get toward the late evening. And then all that lifts to the north. Rush hour tomorrow morning, of course, the snow is on the ground. The crews will be out there trying to get rid of that. But still expecting some problems tomorrow morning. Even into the afternoon, maybe some snow showers passing through, but I think the accumulating snow will be done with at that point. So snowfall amounts vary quite a bit. Down toward Janesville, barely getting an inch. It's going to be that really sloppy snow. In the Madison area, maybe 3, 4 inches of snow as you get up toward the northwest side of Madison. Past the Dells, expecting 6 inches of plus of snow. So we've got the alert day going into effect tonight, right through tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the 30s. As mentioned, I don't expect a lot of this icing over. It's going to be very sloppy, though, tomorrow morning. Temperatures generally above freezing most of the period. It will turn colder, though, by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No major storm systems after this one. Just some weak possibilities of some snow, it looks like, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But noticing it does turn quite a bit colder toward the end of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:45, we have another great way for you to get out and support local in the 608. The 2023 Pub Pass is officially on sale this morning. I've got it in my hands already. We have the new information on how you can get your hands on one for a special deal just for our viewers this morning. We stopped by Starkweather Brewing Company on Atwood Avenue in Madison. They're one of the local breweries and bars taking part in the 2023 Pub Pass. Starkweather will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary coming up in February. This brewery is just one example where you can check out their variety of beers, from the traditional flavors to more exclusive for them, but also Wisconsin staples like their famous cheese curds or buttermilk chicken tenders.
A lot of people come in and they have the pub pass. They're kind of like, okay, I want this beer. They give the pass and then you're like, okay. And then they will stay for another beer. So for us, it's a good thing too, because people don't just come in for one beer and be done. They really do have a few beers. Often we see people doing several breweries in our neighborhood. So they will go to one barrel working draft. They will just kind of follow the track and then they come to us and they will have a beer. Like I said, often they will have another one. And it's a good introduction for them to get to know us.
Pub Pass is basically a passport where you get stamped at each location you visit. $25 gets you a free pint of craft beer at each of the 26 participating bars and breweries in the 608. Okay, so I told you earlier how I was going to help save you some money this morning. Well, here it is. If you go online and purchase your Pub Pass right now, put in the promo code in the 608. That's all together, no spaces, in the 608, and you will get $5 off. That is a 20% off discount just for you, our News 3 Now This Morning viewers today. We're all about taking action here at News 3 Now.
Just when I thought the deal couldn't get any better.
Isn't that a great deal?
Save $5 more.
Yeah, I'll have all this information along with a link at channel3000.com and our mobile app. So make sure you take advantage of this. I mean, that's $20 for 26 beers.
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
I'd like to see you try. Can't do it.
And it's fun. You know, my friend group has made this an opportunity to really get out, try some new places, but also hit some of our favorite hot spots, too. And you can kind of hop around to some of those neighborhoods, especially like Starkweather here. I mean, there are 3 of them right there within that spot, so you can just go make a night of it.
Yeah, a lot of hidden gems. You think you know the city, but you might not.
There's always a surprise.
Find somewhere new. Cool stuff, Josh. Thanks a lot. Hey, if you got any ideas for Josh, he'd love to hear from you. Reach out to him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
All right, time right now is 6:48. Coming up in the morning sprint, see where some Packers players were spotted in rural Wisconsin this week.
And we want to say happy birthday to Maddie and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. Earn fuel points on every purchase and save up to $1 a gallon at the pump.
With Pick and Save fuel points, all you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Bob's presents 2023 Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 44, exercise more. Exercise your right to snooze in a gorgeous bedroom at an affordable price like my Fusion two-tone bedroom. Exercise your right to style with 2 fantastic color options, sleek storage, and thoughtful finishes. Exercise your right to snuggle in bed with a book with my optional bookcase headboard and cozy reading light. Phew, that was a lot of exercising. Bob's Discount Furniture. Furniture solutions to your resolutions.
Okay, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes.
Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP4 dealers.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Prices slashed further at Denny's Jewelers Retirement Sale. Now save up to 65% off store-wide. All must go. All bridal jewelry, all colored stone rings, all silver jewelry, all pearls, all diamond bracelets and pendants. Absolutely every finished piece is up to 65% off. Pete, Denny, and family are saying thank you, Middleton, for 40 years of support. Join them for their retirement celebration. Pete Denny is retiring, and Denny's Jewelers Retirement Sale is in progress. Prices slashed further. Now save up to 65% off. All must go. 1903 Cuyahoga Street, Middleton.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you'd get in our stores. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The Portage Furniture Store with free delivery on brands you know and trust.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We are over an hour away from day 2 of the Randall L. trial in Rock County. 2 police officers who responded to the 2 girls who were shot, Brittany McAdory and Sarah Winchester, are expected to testify today. We'll also see their body camera footage that will be shown to the jury today.
We're following some breaking news in Racine this morning. 2 police officers have been shot, non-life-threatening injuries after shots were exchanged during a domestic disturbance call overnight. Our partners, WTMJ in Milwaukee, report the police department received a call about a domestic situation where a gun had been fired. Officers got there and were met with a woman who said that her husband was inside with their kids. Police were negotiating with the man for about an hour, and then he fired several shots at police, according to authorities. The man was eventually taken out of the home and arrested. Logan Kreckenberg Anderson will be in court today. He is a 16-year-old charged with first-degree intentional homicide and hiding the corpse of his newborn. According to the criminal complaint, he told police that he shot the girl in the head twice and left her corpse outside. He's being charged as an adult. There's a status conference scheduled for 9:30 this morning, and the trial is slated for March.
Also happening today, the defendant in a pair of armed robberies near campus will be in court. A criminal complaint alleges Scott Tolliver stole less than $250 from the McDonald's on Regent Street and a Walgreens last April. A not guilty plea has been entered on his behalf. He's in court for a competency hearing at 10 this morning.
The traffic light at University and Branch in Middleton is still without power a week after a crash. The lights went out last Tuesday after a 21-year-old Noglaris man struck the light control box, trees, and a building. Police say the power could come back on as soon as this afternoon.
A butcher shop in Lake Tomahawk was visited by Packers players stocking up for a cookout. Take a look at this. Mason Crosby with 2 other players stopped in for some ribeyes and fillets. The Lake Tomahawk Meat Market has earned national recognition by appearing in Food and Wine magazine and getting a visit from the Food Network's Andrew Zimmerman.
Well, some educators at the University of Illinois Chicago on strike this morning. It happens after months of negotiations, but no contract. The reason for the strike is to increase their base salary for faculty, and annual cost of living increase, and more funding for student services. The nearly 30,000 students at the university could be affected. Classes could end up being canceled.
The Chicago Fire Department battling an extra alarm fire in a West Side warehouse. Take a look at these flames seen going through the roof of the masonry company factory building on Tuesday. More than 100 firefighters responded to that call. There are no reports of any injuries. The cause still under investigation.
Well, the forecast has truly been a mixed bag lately. It's putting some winter activities in the lurch. It happens to be the week of the 2nd annual snow sculpting contest in Stillwater, Minnesota. You're taking a look at what it looked like last year when it was below 0. This year, sculptors say they are sculpting in slush. But the snow coming tomorrow could help the event that goes until Sunday.
The world's oldest person has died in France. The 118-year-old nun, Sister Andre, joined the Catholic Charitable Order in 1944 and survived COVID last year. She was born on February 11th, 1904, and said the secret to a long life was a glass of wine every day and chocolate. The oldest person ever was 122, and she also agreed that wine and chocolate were the secret.
There you go.
The U.S. Capitol Police's threat investigations dropped last year for the first time in 5 years, but the agency's police chief says the number of threats against members of Congress is still too high. The Capitol Police Threat Assessment Section investigated just over 7,500 cases in 2022, down from more than 9,600 in 2021 and 8,600 in 2020.
All right, we do have an alert day in effect, going in effect tonight right through tomorrow. We've got some moderate snow headed our way. This is not a major storm system for us. We're looking at about 2 to 6 inches across most of the area, lesser amounts to the south and east, but all of us will be impacted. Winter weather advisories for most of the area, excluding Rock County. As you head north of the Dells into Adams, Juneau County, Monroe County, Vernon County, they do have winter storm warnings. That's where the snow will be the heaviest. The afternoon dry, temperatures in the 30s. The snow comes in later this evening. That's when it will become heavy. Some mixture of rain and snow down to the south and east. Looking at temperatures this afternoon, rising into the 30s.